Hi everyone, today's focus, I am reviewing the XCool 4-in-1 small handheld wireless vacuum cleaner by Cool Gadget. Today's video is a sponsored video. Cool Gadget reached out to me and asked me if I would be interested in reviewing their small handheld vacuum cleaner. In exchange, I did receive this handheld vacuum cleaner for free. I love testing various cleaning products, so when Cool Gadget did reach out to me and ask if I wanted to test this vacuum cleaner, I most certainly said yes. Cool Gadget is an emerging brand and store that specializes in selling some kind of innovative products. One of the things that I do like about the brand is that they do have a lab and they test their products, and they do have some videos on their website that show the testing of their products. I'll put a link to their website in the description below. So what I'm going to do today is unbox this vacuum cleaner, test out some of its features in my home, and then I'll come back and give you my thoughts. Let's open the box and see what's inside. What a nice carrying case. This is fantastic. So inside we have the vacuum unit itself. Let's take it out of the bubble wrap. An extra filter. And a bunch of accessories. Let's go over each of these. These are the different nozzles that it comes with. We have the crevice nozzle, the blow nozzle, the brush nozzles, the inflating nozzle, and a vacuum nozzle. This little vacuum is considered a 4-in-1 vacuum, meaning that it can vacuum, inflate, deflate, and blow. It also comes with an instruction pamphlet. The vacuum itself is very small. This is actually my iPhone 11 for size comparison. So to use it, we're going to push the power button right here for 3 seconds. And if we wanted to go into even a more powerful mode, we push the button again. Now let's see how well it works around my home. When we need to empty it and remove the dust cup, we just turn it. It just comes off really easily. And then you can remove the filter. Overall, I enjoyed using the XCool wireless vacuum cleaner. It is very small, but mighty. So I looked up some of the specifications and I'm going to share them with you. So the suction I felt was powerful, especially in that power mode. It stated that it is 12,000 pascals of suction, and the brushless motor moves at 75,000 RPM. The battery specifications, it's two 2,000 milliamp hour batteries, and they say it does a 26 minutes of cleaning time. Yeah, I would say it's probably just about right. I think it was just roughly around half an hour that I got cleaning with this before I needed to recharge it. And it does have very good filtration. It does have that HEPA filter, which I think is great because you can wash it. It comes with 2 HEPA filters. This is something that I really do like. I like products in which you can wash the filters and reuse them after they're fully dried. I really don't like it when I have to purchase filters over and over and over again for a product. And it's very, very, very light. It most certainly is not heavy in my hand. It didn't cause my shoulder or my arm to ache when I was using it. This is very, very, very lightweight. So next, let's talk about the different tests that I conducted in my home. When I cleaned up the oatmeal with the vacuum, I did use just the plain nozzle as well as the crevice nozzle. Both did a fantastic job and picked up all of the oatmeal. I then moved on to test Cheerios. Right, well, let's see how many Cheerios it could collect. And it ended up by collecting 1/3 of a cup of Cheerios, and it did an excellent job at sucking up those. Next, let's just talk about something that I really didn't care for, and that is the inflation tool. I did try to inflate that tube using this vacuum cleaner and the inflation tube. Now, I think my swimming tube was just too big. I inflated it for about 7 minutes straight, and it got very hot. It got about halfway through, so I stopped it. I do think that this would be able to inflate something smaller, like a beach ball. That's probably more where this would come in handy. But for a large swimming tube, it just missed the mark there. When it comes to cleaning my SUV, this is a place where I think it does shine. There are lots of small spaces inside a vehicle's interior, and when I clean my interior of my car, I usually just kind of leave those spots because I can't get any other vacuum cleaner tool in them. However, this crevice tool was fantastic at reaching a lot of small tight places and getting up lots of dirt and crumbs that were in the SUV. When I removed the crumbs from the leather seats, I used a crevice tool and I also used the brush tool. Both worked fantastic. When I was vacuuming the carpet of the SUV, that's like right next to the door, it's a really hard spot to get to. I used the crevice tool, and I also used the blow function on here by attaching the blow tool to the back, and that helped blow out some of the crumbs so that then I could use the crevice tool and vacuum them up. I think it did a great job there. It did a great job also at removing the sand on the floor mat. Usually what I do for my WeatherTech floor mats is I take them out, I shake them out, and then I hose them down. Now that it's wintertime, I'm not going to be hosing them down, but this tool does a great job at removing the sand that accumulates in my WeatherTech floor mats. And the last spot I tested in my SUV was the trunk seal. You can see all the crumbs and sand that gets accumulated in the seal, like in between the seal and the hard plastic part of the trunk, and the crevice tool was most certainly able to remove all that sand from that area. So I do think this is a great tool to use for cleaning the interior of your car. My favorite spot to use this vacuum, though, is on my stair railing. So you saw I have a cable style railing on my stairs, and that leaves a lot of little spaces that need to be cleaned. My broom doesn't get to them, my Swiffer doesn't get to them, so I've been taking just a microfiber cloth and cleaning them by hand, but this makes that job a lot easier. It's so small, it's able to get under the rungs of the cable and also just clean up all the dust and debris that is accumulated on the stairs around those cable platforms. It did an okay job at cleaning my windowsills. It was able to get all of the debris that was in the windowsill. There's definitely some dirt that's on the sill that just needs to be wiped with a damp cloth, but the vacuum was able to pick up all the leaf pieces and twigs and everything that gets stuck in the windowsill. Cleaning up my breakfast nook was great too. I used it just to clean up the coffee grinds that get spilled when making coffee, and also to clean up some of the toaster crumbs around the toaster. My toaster has some deep grooves on the top that crumbs get stuck into, and it was actually great to be able to clean them with the vacuum cleaner. The last place I tested this vacuum cleaner was to clean up some potting soil. I had spilled a plant earlier in the day. It was great. I was like, good, I'm going to test this out and see how well it cleans up the dirt. It did a fantastic job at picking up the potting soil and cleaning up that area. So I am impressed with how well this little itty bitty vacuum can work around my home. I would have really loved to have this when my kids were very little. I have 3 teenagers right now, so we're out of car seats. However, when they were in car seats, years and years and years ago, there was always be food and crumbs and grime in their car seat, right? It just happened. If you're a parent, you know how messy those car seats can get. I think this tool would be great at cleaning out those crumbs and those hard to reach places in a car seat. Since it is so small and compact, and it comes with a nice little carrying case, you could probably even leave it in your car. I think that's probably where I would use it most often if I had little kids. For me personally though, I think this is going to become my favorite tool when it comes to cleaning my stairs. This product is super easy to use. It's like effortless deep cleaning when you're using it. It's super compact, lightweight, easy and comfortable in my hand. I mean, I'm not a large person at all, but it's very comfortable in my hand. It's not heavy, so it doesn't hurt my arm at all, and it works very well. Oh, and I absolutely love the fact that it's battery operated, so I don't have to be plugging it in when I want to use it. If you would like to check out the XCool 4-in-1 small wireless handheld vacuum cleaner by Cool Gadget, I will put a link in the description below, so make sure you go check that out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, have yourselves a great day.